If you've been struggling with infertility and you are waiting on your next fertility treatment, or it's been canceled because of the pandemic and you don't know what to do next, then this video is for you. Hi everyone, my name is Mara Salerno, Functional Diagnostic Nutrition Practitioner of ReclaimOptimalHealth.com, where I help couples just like you resolve their infertility and get back to creating those families you so deeply desire. Before we get started, if you don't mind pushing that subscribe button down below so that you get notifications every week when I post fertility boosting videos. Okay, so the pandemic has landed upon everybody's lives, and when it comes to infertility, I know that there are many people where their fertility clinics are still kind of closed or really slow, not seeing that many people, or maybe they're still just not open yet. And a lot of couples are kind of twiddling their thumbs and also going through the madness of their minds of feeling like the clock is ticking and freaking out, like, what do we do? You know, the fertility clinic is closed, or our fertility appointments are canceled, or our IVF is canceled, or it's postponed for like months from now. So when you hear that, I know it throws off alarm bells in your mind, but let me tell you, there are some really useful, thoughtful, and effective fertility hacking tools that come from a functional approach that you can apply in your daily life that will help boost your fertility, maybe land you pregnant naturally so you can just cancel those appointments anyway, and have you having your baby. So let's get into what some of those natural fertility tools are. Okay, so number one is to actually dump from your to-do list some of your fertility to-dos that are doing nothing for you, absolutely nothing for you, and creating space from them. So you know what those things are. If you're taking a bazillion supplements and you've been taking them for some time now and they haven't been doing anything for you, then it's probably time to consider letting them all go, because you haven't been able to specifically identify what supplements you uniquely need. And so therefore, these supplements could actually be hampering your ability to fall pregnant. So that's really important. And number two is pretty similar, but a little more distinct, which is to dump anything that is stressing you out or is taking your energy. So if you're running around trying to get to acupuncture, get to the fertility clinic, or get to yoga, and you're stressed out about your self-care techniques, then it's probably actually creating you more stress. So even though I think all of those modalities are amazing and really beneficial, I do think what is most important is soothing your nervous system down and getting your stress levels under control and intact and nourished. And that's only going to happen is if you feel spaciousness in your life and feel vastness, and you're not in a struggle with time. So I would recommend taking the things off your list that you see are just creating more stress than creating good. Okay, so number three is getting plenty of rest. So when you are rested, you know your mind works clearly, you're more vibrant, you're more vivacious, you're more joyful, and in a state of just really wonderful and joyful energy. And when that's the case, then you tend to make better choices for yourself. And if you're making better choices for yourself, then you're going to be naturally engaging in self-care without forcing it, without thinking about it, and without stressing yourself out. So rest is really crucial. And I know for some women, rest is challenging, right? You might be waking up in the middle of the night, and there may be reasons for that. and I'll talk about that later in the video about some things that I can offer you in regards to sleep. But sleep and rest are essential for your sanity as well. Okay, number 4 is taking a walk during the day. So the walk could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, it could be maybe you're walking from your car to work. It doesn't have to be this thing where you carve out time and you get stressed that it's not happening. Just as it happens, let it happen. Walking is not only one of the best ways to circulate your body and get blood moving through it, but it's a wonderful way to energize yourself naturally, and it's a great way to clear your mind and cleanse yourself and boost your mood, okay? Because we want more of that joy streaming through you. Number 5 is eating organic food. Now, some people say that it's a bunch of baloney, but let me tell you, it is not. Eating unorganic foods is loaded with toxic pesticides as well as with genetically modified organisms, and there is a load of research out there that supports this, and it really does affect our ability to conceive. As well, it really puts another stress load on your body, which you don't need. And actually down below in the description box, I have my free guide that talks about why stress is the #1 reason for infertility. And in it, I actually talk about the effects of genetically modified foods or unorganic foods on fertility. And I actually list there several studies that are really well documented and really serve to show you how crucial and essential it is for you to eat organic food. Okay, so number 6 is hydration. So making sure that you drink 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. We know that wonderful hydration is wonderful for cervical fluid, and it just boosts your body's ability to detoxify, to eliminate, increases energy, really helps to curb your appetite if you have blood sugar imbalances. All of that gets improved by just drinking really high quality clean water. Also, what it does is it allows you to cleanse if you are a big caffeine drinker and a big alcohol drinker, because caffeine and alcohol are very strong contributors to rising the hormone cortisol in the body, as well as the toxic load on the body and on the liver, which really hampers fertility. So drinking a lot of water and replacing those other drinks with water is excellent and essential. Now, while you're in the waiting game or thinking what you're going to do because a fertility clinic is closed, you can definitely start to work with a practitioner like myself. I have a functional approach to fertility. Now, what does that mean? It means moving you from a place of dysfunction into function, meaning moving you from a place where your health is not optimal and getting your health to a place that is optimal, so reclaiming optimal health, and that in turn allows you to reclaim and resurrect your fertility. Now, I do that not only by addressing emotional contributors, spiritual and mental contributors through my rich conversations with you, but also through doing a thorough investigation of what's going on behind the scenes in the science of your body. For example, we use gut testing or stool testing to evaluate what's going on in your gut, to see if you have any infections, if you're passing it between you and your partner, to see if you have bad bacteria, to see your immune function that's produced in your gut and see how that is, because that's vital for fertility. And then looking at the good levels of bacteria in your gut, which are essential to get into balance, because we know that certain bacterias in the gut contribute to conception, holding pregnancy, and bringing a healthy baby into the world. That is one of the tests that I very commonly utilize because it is so essential in investigating fully why you're not able to conceive. Another one is a hormone test that is saliva and urine based rather than blood based, because it gives us a different observation of your hormones and what's going on with them. And it's not just looking at estrogen and progesterone and testosterone, but looking at your melatonin levels, looking at what contributes to your B vitamin levels. So it gives us a really broad picture of what's going on with your hormones and how your body is managing stress. I also really love to run a hair sample that is looking for your mineral imbalances, because the minerals are like the food or the fuel for your body that is going to feed your cells so that your body can function properly. And if your body is in function, it's going to be more likely to conceive because it's in a state of optimal health. And when we also look at your mineral imbalances, we can also see any toxic load from heavy metals. And from all of these tests, we can see if there is any toxic load on the body. I also am able to help you run any additional tests that might be necessary, like an overlooked thyroid that could be affecting your fertility, or mold toxicity, anything of the sort, so that we can do a really thorough investigation and find out all of the contributing stressors that are hampering your ability to fall pregnant. And then from there, we can identify all the healing opportunities and pick the ones that are the most potent for you to integrate into your daily life, let it feel balanced, let it feel expansive, and create a whole new learning experience so that you can not only fall pregnant naturally, but if you need to go the IVF route, that you are fully prepared and can be successful at it, and then bring your baby into the world. So if you would like to sign up and schedule a qualifying call, you can do that in a link down below in the description box. And I hope this was helpful for you all. I know that you're in the waiting game. It can be very nerve-wracking, but I want you to know that there are other options out there that are very convenient. You can do in the comfort of your own home, and that's what a functional fertility perspective really has to offer you. Okay, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.